This one record, is that okay? Yeah, sure.
But it won't see you, man.
So this one is right, left, pointer.
Yes.
Hi everyone.
Wait, let me
Wait.
start, automatic rehearsal. Okay. 3, 2.
Hi everyone. I am MD Mahmoudul Hassan, MPhil candidate at CARRS. My supervisors are Dr. Chris Working, Dr. Greg Laro, and Dr. Mark King. I'm really grateful to them for their continuous support throughout the days. The topic of my presentation is biosignal-based driver drowsiness detection, a hybrid approach. So while working with biosignals and the driver drowsiness, let's have a look what is the relationship between these two factors. Well, driver drowsiness is one of the fatal 5 issues of road accidents, and there are different reasons for driver drowsiness, like lack of sleepiness, stress, illness, then daytime sleepiness or sleep deprivation or something. And according to the statistics, around 19% of the road accidents in New Zealand, 20 to 30% of the road crashes in Australia, and 100k road crashes per year in the USA is happening due to driver drowsiness. Well, so what is the solution? The solution is to make or implement a driver drowsiness detection system. Well, there are 3 approaches for driver drowsiness detection. Number 1, vehicular-based measures. Number 2, behavioral-based measures. And number 3, biosignal-based measures. According to the previous studies, biosignal-based measures are most reliable, and there are different limitations, several limitations of behavioral and vehicular-based measures. So the scope of my research is biosignal-based systems. Well, let us have a look what are the different changes in the biosignals. I'm using 3 types of biosignals: EEG or brain signals, EOG or eye blinking signal, and ECG or heart rate. According to the studies, when a person is becoming drowsy, then the theta, alpha, and beta EEG power is increasing. Again, the eye blinking frequency is increasing and the eye blinking amplitude is decreasing. So at the same time, when you are becoming drowsy, your heart rate is decreasing and the RR interval is increasing. Well, so let us have a look what are the research gaps from the studies. Number 1, most of the studies worked solely based on EEG, EOG, or ECG, but very few studies work with a combination of those. So this is very important to find out what is the performance in the combination. Number 2, most of the studies have done the binary classification, drowsy or awake. But it is not practical. Right now, if I ask you how sleepy you are feeling, definitely not answer my question by drowsy or awake, because there are different levels of drowsiness. But none of the studies have done that multi-class classification. Number 3, here in this graph, you can find that different studies have used different number of features. And surprisingly, the increasing number of features didn't effectively increase the sensitivity and specificity of the system. Again, some studies got higher sensitivity but lower specificity. Some studies got higher specificity but lower sensitivity. But for a real life implication, a system need to have both higher sensitivity and specificity. So that is the major aspect of my research also. So I have tried to address those issues in my research question. So my first research question is, what are the most important features extracted from the biosignals to detect driver drowsiness? And number 2, how the combination of the biosignals could effectively use for increasing the sensitivity and specificity of the system. Well, this is my experimental design and proposed methodology. So at first, I'll collect the biosignals from the participants using a device named BioCapture. I'll collect the brain signal, eye blinking signal, and the heart rate. Then at the same time, they will do a kind of reaction time task named PVT, or psychomotor vigilant task. And after that, I need to pre-process the data, because the data contains a lot of noises. Like the brain signal contains eye blinking noises, the eye blinking signal contains EMG or muscle noises, the ECG signal also contains the EMG noises. So I need to pre-process and analyze those using a software named Acknowledge. And after that, I need to extract different features from the biosignals Like from the brain signal, I am extracting delta, theta, and alpha. From the eye blinking signal, I am extracting eye blinking, and for ECG, I am extracting the heart rate. And those extracted features will be fed to the machine learning tools for the classification of the different drowsiness level. Well, hopefully we are expecting to find these outcomes from my study. Number one, to determine the most important features from the biosignals. Number two, to classify all the drowsiness levels according to the Karolinska drowsiness scale. And at last, we need to find out the sensitivity and specificity of the proposed drowsiness detection system. Well, that was my overall presentation. Thank you all for giving me the floor to speak here.
Damn, very good, man.
Very good. Questions?
Okay. You are ready.
Okay, question.
30 seconds to spare. So question, how do you make sure that your biocapture
Yeah.
does all of that in one device?
Yeah, the biocapture device, we have one biocapture device in CARRS.
Mm-hmm.
So we have total 8 channels.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be inserting like 2 electrodes in your skull, not inserting in the outside of the skull. Then another 2 electrodes for ECG recording here and over here, and another 2 electrode for the EOG signal or eye blinking signal measurement.
What is EOG?
EOG means electrooculography.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah. And but you know that is actually for research purpose. But in the real life, practical life, when the driver will be using it, they will just use more smart device. Like they will use a smart cap for EEG, a smart glass that will take the eye blinking signal, and the wristwatch, a smart watch for taking the ECG signal. So it's very easy.
How are you going to classify different levels of drowsiness?
Well, so that is important, a very good question, because when I am doing the experiment, it is 30 minutes longer experiment, and after each, the participant will do a specific reaction-based task in the computer that will induce drowsiness on him or her. After each 5 minutes, they need to rate their own level of drowsiness according to this scale. So here in this scale, this is the standard sleepiness or drowsiness scale that is verified by many studies. So this is called CARRS. So the one is extremely alert. If you see the odd numbers, then alert, then neither alert nor sleepy or drowsy, then sleepy, then extremely sleepy.
So you ask them these questions, or?
That will be popped on the computer. They will do the task, and they will just click on the option. So after each 5 minutes, they will give their opinion, give their the value of the sleepiness, and according to those values, I classify their signal.
Wouldn't that interaction basically introduce noise to your data? Because they're interacting with something in there.
That's good.
Damn.
Another good question.
You're a bad guy.
After each 5 minutes, I'm taking this, and it is taking only 30 seconds or not more than 30 seconds. So I have inserted another sensor in the mouse. So when they're clicking the mouse, that also produce another signal, and I'm seeing the same signal in the same window. So later, when I analyze those signals, I will cut out those 30 seconds when they have interacted.
Right.
Damn. So you say that you will use all of them, right? EEG, EOG, and ECG.
Yeah. And at the same time, I am taking the psychomotor vigilant task.
And you are saying that in the future there are going to be wearables, right?
Yeah, of course. Already the wearable eyeglass is recording the EOG signal, but it is not that accurate.
So what if I forget my glasses? Your system won't work because it's depending in all of them.
Okay. If you forget your glass, but you have taken your smart glass, a smart watch.
Yeah, but you are saying that it's depending on all of them.
All of them.
So if you don't have one,
if I make the real life application, then there will be options. Like if one is absent, then other two will work. Maybe they will give.
Or you have like empty glasses or something.
Empty glasses.
Yeah, that you give to
The
the
lens.
participant, right?
Yeah, but if I don't want to use them because it's annoying for me.
That depends on the user experience. Like later I need to find out. That's very important because it depends on the users, because they don't want to wear the cap, they don't want to wear the glass. So later we need to find some other solutions. But I don't have anything to do with that. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.